Recently I added the Avengers Tower to my city, and I want to keep the Marvel theme going by building the X-Mansion from X-Men. Now, in-universe, the mansion's not in New York City where the tower is, it's in Westchester County, so I'm going to keep it accurate and build it all the way over here. I still want them to be pretty close, alright? But first I want to make a plan. Perfect. And I've also got a layout of the interior. Now all I have to do before I can start is get a pretty good amount of materials.
X-Men. Get it.
The X-Mansion has some white sections to it, and I wanted to use pale oak wood, but I hadn't found a pale garden yet, so I had to go look for one. I did eventually find a tiny grey corner of a dark oak forest, and gathered up all the logs I could. However, after I headed to the end to use my XP farm and repair my elytra, I ended up getting glitched into the void and dying. Since it was a bug, I gave myself a pass to respawn by editing the world data again, but all the pale logs, and all my armor and tools, but the pale logs are more important, were gone. So I spent a couple days getting new gear, and flew back to the garden so I could get the saplings I left. Fly home, bone meal them, and get back all those logs. Now, finally, I can start building. Okay, exterior is pretty much done, so we can move on to the inside, where I'm gonna need a ton of dark oak for the floor. Now, I'm basing the lobby area off the school from the movies. I know the outside is more like the version from the animated series, but this room was too iconic, I just gotta recreate it. There's still some more stuff I want to add in here, like the chandelier. I'm going to save that for later because I'm still working on a design. Moving over to the living room lounge area. I'm making a little blue lamp, an orange sofa, blue TV. I just want to make it sort of interesting to look at. In the kitchen, I'm using some classic building tricks like the campfire shelves. I'm also making some banners to look like towels. Now through to Xavier's office. I'm building his desk. Of course, we've got to have a shelf with some books and any weird trinkets he's collected over his many years being alive. I gave him a nice X shape in the window, and I tried making an X logo on the carpet, but it sort of just looks like pepperoni pizza. I quite like it though, so I'm gonna keep it. Heading up to the second floor, you can see an X-Men Apocalypse in the Quicksilver scene. There are loads of bookshelves up here, so I wanted to copy that over. Now on the second floor I want to have some classrooms, to remind you that this is actually meant to be a school. So I'm making chairs and a desk with a big blackboard. Let's just add some paintings up in the hallway. Oh, that's perfect. That's Xavier and Cassandra Nova right there. And this room's going to be pretty similar to the other classroom, except I want this to be a geography classroom specifically. So I'm adding an amethyst cluster, maybe I'll throw in some drips. The last two rooms I want to be bedrooms, and this one I'm decorating to match Cyclops. This final room is going to be for my favourite X-Man, Gambit, so I'm recreating his outfit as the carpet, and I just built a giant playing card as decoration. Now I've done the bed, this room's done, and I just have to finish off the main lobby by building that chandelier. And the design I've come up with is a bit like this build that a guy called Stan616 did, but with some more detail and adapted because he used a debug stick to make his. We're going to throw in a Skulk Shrieker, use an armor stand to connect it to the ceiling. Perfect. Throw in some levers. Right, now some signs in a circle. Let me get a lantern. And now, I'll just add some iron bars. And yeah, I like that. Finally, we've finished off the mansion itself, so I'm going to surround it with some trees and bushes to make it look like it's been here a bit longer than 3 days. The very last thing I want to add is a sentinel I've been designing in creative, over here on the beach, as if it's attacking any incoming mutant children. That's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Now after all my really detailed planning, a solid few days of building and many shulker boxes of materials, the X-Mansion is finished.